Hi guys, it's Kari with Chalk Couture, and I'm here today to show you another awesome project that we've made with our Couture ink. I picked up this bag at a local store. It was very inexpensive, and it seemed like literally the perfect canvas, just calling out for one of our transfers. This transfer is from our spring and summer collection. It's a B-size transfer, and today is a good day for a good day. I love this transfer, the cute boho style, and I thought it would be perfect for this glittery bag. So I'm going to use our Couture ink in copper. I've got an ink mat here to protect my surface and also to keep my surface really stable so that while I'm inking it, it will go on really smooth. And I've got my angled squeegee here. So let me just show you how to get this project done. This has a light adhesive to it, so save the protector so you can put it on after to keep it safe and keep it lint free. I'm going to just go ahead and insert this in the bag and get it centered right where I want to put my phrase. So tucking it in there. I'll just get it. If you just use your hands to just smooth it out, you'll find that it just gives this nice, perfect, even surface where you can apply your ink with confidence. Okay, so now I've got the transfer here. And I'm just going to make sure I peel it off and get it nice and centered on the bag. Of course, there's glitter everywhere. We love glitter. Okay, get that position just how you want it. I kind of used the handles just to make sure it's centered. And I'm going to use my hands just to gently press this in. I do want to make good contact with all of the adhesive on the transfer, but I don't want to rub it in with a tool or anything. That can start to degrade your transfer over time. So I think it's sufficient to just kind of work over these spaces and make sure you've got good stick in between all your letters. And once you feel good about that, just go ahead and open up your ink. Our Couture ink comes in 15 different colors for the spring and summer collection, and you're going to find the perfect color for any project you may be wanting to use it for. So just pick up a little bit of that. Now, something you should know about our ink is that it does have a bit of a different consistency than the paste. It's a little bit maybe wetter. It's kind of like a sour cream consistency. And as I put it on, I want to make sure that I'm kind of conservative with how I put it on, especially in the larger spaces. The whole point of the ink is to absorb into the fabric where paste sits on top. So I want to make sure that I don't put too much on so that it starts to absorb underneath the transfer and gets has a little bit of a bleed effect. So I'm usually going to start inking off of the screen and then drag over the screen. And I just find that helps me keep it a little bit more conservative and keep it a little bit lighter. So I'll start at the top. And this metallic paste is so cute. I love that we have this new offering in the inks. I said paste, I meant ink. You know what I meant. So you're going to just go ahead and get good coverage over your phrase and just getting that worked in. I like to go from different directions. That sometimes helps get it worked into the screen, especially with the metallic. Sometimes I find that as I start to peel it up, there are little spots that are missed. And if there are, you're going to see that on the camera and you'll see exactly how you can just lay it back down and get it worked back in. So once I feel like I've got all those letters covered, and I'm using my angled squeegee for this. I love it with the nice big flat side to really scrape off excess. Now I'm going to start to peel, and you can see right at the top, I don't love how the coverage of the D and the Y look, so I'm going to gently place it back down. And I'm just going to use this kind of to tap it in place. You do have to take into account the kind of fabric you're working with. This is a thick canvas and it has a bit of a texture to it. And so sometimes it takes a little bit more effort just to get that worked in to the deeper texture of the fabric. If you're doing something lightweight like a dish towel, it's See how that's perfect now? So as I peel, yep, I'm gonna fix my A as well. And I love that you can just set it back down and keep working with it. Yeah, there we go. So we'll keep working with this Y right here. That look like, I think especially with the metallic paste, it's almost like the shiny glitter portion sometimes kind of stays on top of the screen. And so that's why I am kind of careful as I peel, just to make sure I've got good coverage. And of course, it's cute with that kind of worn look as well, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But as you go, oh yeah, that's looking awesome. And if you're just careful with how you lay it back down, you can keep doing that. And I love that you get a little bit more dry time than you have with the paste. It's a little bit easier to work with in that way, but it is less forgiving, so there is that. If you get it on anything else, it's going to stay forever. So let's see if I've gotten that good day. Just give it a little bit more press right there. Because again, I'm working it into the fibers of that bag so that it can be a permanent application. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm going to put this in my water bath immediately because you do not want your ink to dry on your transfer, especially on top of the screen. That will ruin your transfer. It's a little bit different than paste in that respect, so you do want to get that washed right away. I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way and put my lid on so that my ink will stay nice and wet and not dry out too soon. Take care of that. And I can show you how cute that turned out. I'm going to let this dry until it's no longer tacky to the touch. And once it's dry, I'm going to go ahead and remove the ink mat that is inside. If you're gentle about that, you can see there's no bleed through in this bag. It's thick enough fabric, but I still like having my ink mat in there because it just smooths out any wrinkles or any tiny little bumps that you might be working over that would give you an inconsistent ink application. So once this is dry to the touch, I'm going to go ahead and use a piece of parchment paper as a barrier between that and my iron. And with a medium heat iron, I'm going to iron this for 4 minutes. And I would suggest that you just move it very gently back and forth. You don't want to let it sit in one place. That will singe your fabric. And then you're actually going to flip the bag inside out and you're going to iron it again on the inside for 4 additional minutes. That way, you know that your design is set and permanent and it's ready to go with you to the beach or anywhere else. So reach out to your independent designer today to get all the supplies that you need for this project, because any day is a good day for Chalk Couture.